Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to do a quick overview of a mock of a Harry Potter inspired bookcase. This is something I built for my daughter when she was much younger and was still, really into Harry Potter. It's basically a creation that reenacted some of the scenes from the movies, as well as acted as a place where she could put her collection, her books. This was inspired by something I saw on the internet. There are some pictures and accounts out there of folks building something like this or very close to this. So I can't take full credit, obviously. Unfortunately, I don't have an attribution for those creations that I saw online. But this is very close to those with some modifications in terms of what rooms are there and a few other things. The section with the blue roof over on the left, I think in the one I was looking at, it was reenacting scenes from Malfoy Manor. But I've basically put all Hogwarts scenes in here. And I built this for my daughter for Christmas, but this went way beyond sort of my original scope and scale and time estimate. And so I ended up not being able to give it to her until her birthday several months later. And this is after, many nights of just spent, late nights working on this kind of in secret in my little den, so that she wouldn't have, catch wind of it. There's several thousand pieces in here. A lot of them are from old Harry Potter sets, especially the minifigs and a lot of the specialized pieces. And then it required buying a whole lot of, gray bricks, whether the medium gray or the dark gray. And so we'll kind of zoom in and look at some of those details here in a second. Why don't we start by kind of doing a quick overview sort of around the horn, and you can kind of see it from multiple angles. So again, this has got the hardcover editions of the books in here. I think an earlier edition. I don't know if the paperbacks would fit, or there's so many different publications, or versions. But anyway, you can see here. Well, we'll go into detail in a second. Just kind of coming around the back, very basic here, because this would be against the wall, obviously not in view. And then finishing up over here. So let me, before we dive into detail here, let me take the books out first. And then we can break this apart. You can kind of see what it looks like, what the individual pieces look like. All right. Let me get you a little bit over here, a little bit closer. So these are held on with Technic pins, which you'll see in a second. Kind of pull this apart. So we'll start with this middle section here. Oh, whoops, I forgot. There's an extra row here because the width of the bookcase was, to fit the books perfectly, I had to do an extra row of studs here. So it doesn't quite line up. I had to put this single row here. And it's just held in place with a couple of bricks. Okay, so let's move this over here. We got this guy here. Okay. So the middle section here, you can see it's just a whole lot of gray bricks. There are a number of plates here as well. A lot of these came from Bricklink. And then these are obviously black colored bricks. And the white script there is just a sticker I found on eBay. So that's pretty straightforward. So now coming around to this side, you can see these are different colored bricks. It's basically whatever I had that would fit in there, because this wasn't going to be visible. And coming up here, you can see you've got Harry. This is from the Goblet of Fire. He's being chased by the Hungarian horntail there. Gotta have his mouth open. So let me come around to this side and we can kind of look at some of the details here. So again, Hungarian horntail. I can't remember what set that's from. He's held in place with a turntable brick and some plates, and then a hinge. And then he's held to the roof there like that. And then Harry's just on this clear brick here, pole, and then he's flying around on his broomstick. There's also a couple of these little secret rooms up here on the roof just because I had dead space and kind of wanted to fill it as much as I could. So this is intended to be, a dorm room in Gryffindor. You can see this is actually from an old Harry Potter set. The bed there with the Gryffindor colors, and there's a little chest. And it's pretty small in real estate. If you go down one level now, we've got Ron and Hermione sitting in the Gryffindor common room. This minifigure is supposed to be the house ghost, nearly headless Nick, I think. But it's a really early version of him, so there's no detail to show that, he's just a ghost, really, generic ghost. Got some different banners and shields and decorations from various Harry Potter sets. Going down one more level. So this is the hallway outside the Gryffindor dorm. You got McGonagall and Hagrid, and there's the fat lady painting. That piece swivels around, and it's supposed to be like a doorway from an old Lego set, sort of a random sculpture. And then finally, we've got the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. You've got Professor Lupin there teaching Harry. There's the, what is it called? It's the, from the Prisoner of Azkaban, I can't remember. It's the thing that has the box where your deepest fears jumps out at you. Anyway, I haven't read these in a long time. In the background, you might be able to see Lupin's turntable there, his record player, and just some other things from the classroom. And then coming back over here, this is just Professor Dumbledore looking out over his tower. And this actually has a little hidden feature. So you take this brick off, or this plate, or tile, and then these actually split apart. And there's some little hidden rooms in here. So first you've got the owlery with some letters that are going to be delivered. You got some white bird droppings there. That idea came from a set, I don't remember which one. Then going down here, you've got Dobby and a whole bunch of his hats, and he's holding a sock. And then finally, down here in the first level, you've got just a bunch of spiders, Hagrid's buddies. So that's the first tower. So then we come over here to the second one. Again, we'll start at the top. So on the roof, flying over the roof, you've got these Dementors. And then down here, you've got Bellatrix Lestrange and, what's his name? Fenrir Greyback, I think. And they're just on the roof there. Then if you come down to this level, you've got the potions class. So you've got Professor Snape in there, a couple of his students, something boiling on the cauldron there. And I'm not sure if you can see, there's a bunch of things in the back wall, different books, potions, things like that. And you come down one more level. Here's the bathroom and the Chamber of Secrets. You've got all the, the circular sinks. I think it's supposed to be 8. I only had room to put 6, but whatever. And then just an interesting little play feature. So these actually open up. And there is, I can't remember his name, the professor that does the charms from Chamber of Secrets, Kenneth Branagh. played by. Anyway, that's him. And then it'll play feature here. If you pull this out, you get a trapdoor. So let me put that trapdoor up. And in the meantime, you're looking at the Chamber of Secrets itself, which is where the trapdoor drops down into. So there's the sculpture of Salazar Slytherin, and out of his mouth is coming the basilisk. You can see it's been killed. It's missing a fang there. That fang is over here. And then there's Tom Riddle's diary and the Sword of Gryffindor. And then finally, here you've got Fox, who's flying them out of the chamber. There's Harry and Hermione hanging on to Fox. And then finally, we got to have Voldemort in here somewhere. So here he is standing at a balcony. So that is about it. I appreciate everyone sticking with it and allow me to share this with you. Hopefully this inspires some folks to get out and do their own creations, Lego creations, Harry Potter inspired, whatever. Especially as a way to connect with your kids if you've got kids. So with that, thank you very much, and we'll catch you in the next one.